Okay, here's another review for Icon Music in Milton Mowbray. This time we're looking at the Vox MV50 amplifier. The MV50 is a modern take on achieving traditional sounds and trying to solve some of the practical problems, I guess, that traditional valve amps offer, like like the weight and the portability. So this uses something called a new tube in the preamp, which is basically a miniaturized valve. It's got all the same major components as a valve, and then the power is delivered through a Class D power amp, and it offers up to 50 watts of power, which is really quite impressive, really, when you consider how small it is, and it will go super loud. So I think at a time when digital emulation is such a big thing, this offers something for players who maybe are a bit wary of that option paralysis that you can get with digital modeling, where you've got a zillion options available to you. And what this does, it does a couple of sounds really well. Vox don't state specifically what amplifier this is based around or trying to emulate. There's some stuff on the internet that speculates it's based around a Dumble. I still think it sounds quite Voxy up until you get the gain really high. I think it's still got that kind of Vox chime that you might be familiar with from so many records. So first of all, here's a little bit of a clean tone. So my favourite sound that I've got out of the amplifier is with the gain set at about 1 or 2 o'clock, which gives kind of a mild crunch. And then what you can do is, if you back off the volume on the guitar, it reacts really well, just like a tube amp, really, and cleans up quite nicely at that kind of level of breakup. And then I've got a Blues Mood overdrive pedal as well in front of it, and that's set to sort of a medium gain. So that gives then sort of three different levels of gain. So guitar volume roll back, guitar volume all the way up, and then with the pedal engaged, you can go one step further for lead tones or however you want to use it. So in the next demo, I've just demonstrated those three sounds with a simple riff. So the last sound I wanted to demonstrate is with the gain set pretty much all the way up. After you take it past about 3 o'clock, the character of the amp seems to change quite dramatically. But it's still, to me at least, it still sounds quite convincingly like a real valve amp. So the amp comes with a 1x8" cabinet as standard, but you could run it through pretty much any cabinet you wanted, and it's got an impedance switch on the back to allow you to do that. Obviously, a bigger cab's going to work a little bit better in a kind of a band application, but as it is, it sounds great with a 1x8 for use at home, or if you wanted to take it to a jam or something like that. And it's so light and small. I mean, you could easily stick that head on the end of a pedal board, and then you've got yourself a ridiculously portable little rig. Or you could just stick it in a gig bag, so you could have it as a backup for a main amp, or you could just use it as it is. And I think it sounds really convincing. And for around about £250, you're getting yourself a really versatile and genuinely great sounding little setup.